Johnston off and running here. Johnston going downfield, driving north. Angled attempt coming. Jillian Johnston, how about that? Johnston, big cut shot there under heavy pressure coming from about 2 notches. What's Coke? Match. The winner of this match goes on to face Tonka. Fought match there with the Los Machitos Heathcote team. Tonka advanced there. Tonka going into the final match 4-0. Strong Tonka team with the ball in midfield. Working forward. Valiente. Traffic there on the near side neck attempt. Torres there. Sapo lets the ball drop out of his lap. Sapo working it out in front. Look for Torres. Santi Torres. Torres not able to handle that ball. Back shot there out of Hall. Jeff Hall. Adijano out of nowhere. Jumped on the ball. Takes control now. Sapo once again. Tail shot cross field. He's looking for Torres. He finds Torres. Torres also found there by Hall. Lays a ball on him. Malin now back shot out of Zeta. Keeps the drive alive for Valiente. Sapo there now. Santi tapping around, trying to tap around Hall. Sapo back on the play. Man, these guys really getting really good at circling back on each other. They're trying to help each other out. Sapo breaks through the pack, gets out, sends a shot downfield, curving towards the goal. Now. Back in midfield, umpires have the ball back in play. Zeta making contact there on the near side. Hall there, Torres there. Umpires, by the sound of it, there as well. Adijano, 150 yards from the goal. Adijano. Taps a couple times now, sends the ball straight north. Back to defense. Sapo rolling towards the north goal. Sapo cassette. Back shot out of there. Bounce off the pony of Zeta. Collision.
Could be out.
Someone's using a drone with a big drone.
I used to.
Then you got the guy, the real estate guy, filming everybody's property.
43 seconds left to play in Chucker number 1. Johnston out of the throw and with control. Jillian Johnston. Johnston finds the high flag. Here comes the warning horn.
It was cold and rain. It was cold and rain. It came once.
Umpires have the ball back in play in midfield. Chuck number 2 off and running here. Coca-Cola, the 1-goal lead as we work into the second. Back shot out of Adijano. An open shot there, kicked off by the number 4 from Valiente. Roberto Zeta, Robertito. Touch on this. Santi Torres turns quickly. Santi, red helmet, a white jersey. Coming across midfield here. Morrison trying to keep pace there with Torres. Torres pulling out in front. Santi Torres, look at this. He's working past everyone. Not going to work past Jillian, though. Jillian Johnston moving over. A whistle sounds before they get to the ball. Semi-final match. Shot. Cassette winds up, ties it up. Umpires have the teams lined up back in midfield. The team will switch directions. They do that after every goal to compensate for wind, sun, field conditions. A swing and a miss out of Adijano. Cassette there. He turns back on the play. Sends a pass downfield for Torres. Torres. Hall there. Jeff Hall trying to hold up a handful of different players on the Valiente team. Look at that. Jeff Hall coming away with control. Back shot there out of Torres. Hall trying to get back on it. It's Cassette instead of for Valiente. Sapo slowing things down. Coming around the outside. Jeff Hall. Hall a back shot. Johnston turns quickly. Picks the play up for the Coca-Cola team. Here comes Jillian Johnston. Marching north over midfield. A pair of white jerseys racing back. Johnston hard hit ball down towards the goal. A nice approach shot. Can she get it done? Cassette in pursuit. Johnston hooked on the play. play. Santi Torres there. Torres! Short back shot out of Santi Torres. Morrison working through Zeta there. Robertito there for the Valiente team. Roberto Zeta working out of the Valiente backfield. Red jerseys in pursuit. Zeta turns left on the near side. Takes control. He's over midfield. He's got the boss man out in front. Zeta. He's going to take the shot downtown by himself. Zeta going to goal. Roberto Zeta. Zeta. Fumbles on the play. Zeta leaves the ball behind. Back shot out of Varijano's going to try and find Hall. Coming across field. Jeff Hall there looking to take control. Bottom takes it now. Hall's been pressure. Coming on his left side from Santi Torres. Hall turning around to the right there. Jeff Hall trying to regroup for the Coca-Cola team. Hall slowing things down, trying to gain composure. Oh, yeah, Johnston in motion. No help from the pony there. The ball back to Hall. Jeff Hall. Jeff Hall. Hall moves over. Anticipating the bump. Turn it around on the near side. Zeta there, not the set. Sapo takes control of the loose ball. For the score. Sapo Zeta coming Three white jerseys. Two blocking, one going the ball. Here's Cassette. Sapo takes control in the Valiente backfield by about 25 yards. Avijano clears on out of the way. Torres back to help Cassette regroup. Hall looking for Sapo. Hall went left, now right with Sapo. Hall in pursuit. Sapo out in front. Big wind up there on a Sapo. It's Hall. Jeff Hall's got Morrison in motion. Jeff Hall. Adijano takes control over midfield, picks the pace up there. Julio Adijano trying to work around the outside of Zeta. Adijano about 80 yards out now. Julio Adijano slowing things down in traffic. Reaches down, trying to cream one through the back there. Bounces off the pony. Zeta there to clear. Zeta, Roberto Zeta going cross field. Zeta in towards the boards, off the boards, over the field, back over the boards. Here's Adijano coming around the outside now for Coca-Cola. Julio Adijano, little Adijano sandwich. Now Zeta clears out. It's still Julio. They're going to go on the near side. Julio Adijano not quite able. Julio Adijano.
Is that what that throne is up there?
Julio winds up, sends it right on through onto the score. Back in midfield, the umpires have the teams lined up. They switch directions after every goal there. Umpires have the ball back. The turf there. Torres turns quickly, trying to jump on and take control. All sorts of pressure coming from Jeff Hall there. Short back shot out of Adijano. Sapo hard hit ball. Right on. Back in midfield, the umpires have the ball. Play Santi Torres backs it out of there. Look at this. Sapo Cassette coming on strong. Sapo takes control. Adijano in pursuit. Sapo, 1:20 to go here. Oh, that's Sapo reaching back and forward. Sapo finds the high flag. Valiente on top. Umpires have the ball back and play at midfield. Zeta on the near side. There's a silence. Julio winds up hard hit ball. Right down there by Sapo. Goes the warning horn. Sapo Cassette. How about that? Sapo. I don't think so. Drops that ball, trying to work it northbound. The 30-second warning horn is already gone. We got 22 to go. It's Chucker number 2. Back shot there out of Adijano. Hall, not able to make contact there. Torres coming around here. Santi Torres, 10 seconds left to play. Chucker number 2, Torres working towards midfield. Cassette out in front of him in motion. Torres pops it up. Santi trying to hit the bouncing ball. Here comes the double horn. That'll do it for Chuck number 2. At the end. Ready to start. Chuck number 3. Umpires have the teams lined up. Ball's back in play. Johnson looking for it, finding it momentarily. Back shot out of Zeta. Beyond the pack there. Adijano all over it for Coca-Cola. Julio picks play up, turns right. Hall back to give a little assistance to Julio Adijano. Not needed so far. Julio off and running. Downfield drops the ball out for the Valiente backfield downfield. Jump on it for Valiente. Zeta doing a fine job working it out of the Valiente backfield into Coca-Cola territory here. Here's Adijano. Julio Adijano, back shot, crossfield, looking for Johnson. It's picked off momentarily by Chapo. Now Julio back on the play. Julio back shot, Johnston all by herself. She's got one to beat, and that's Bob Jernavis. Jillian cutting to right, Jillian Johnson. Johnson trying to get a better approach. Well, Johnston finds the angle. 6-5 to score. The team in white, Valiente on top by a goal. Moving in for Valiente. Look at this. Zeta is all by himself. He pounds it towards the corner. Can he recover? Roberto Zeta working deep into that northwest corner. Zeta along the board. Zeta slowing things down. Adijano there to put some pressure on the play. Sapo Cassette working around. Sapo takes control. Bounces off the hind end of Johnson's pony, picked up by Torres. Santi Torres. Torres working back around to the right there. Torres cuts right, tries to cut Adijano in half. Whistle sounds. Penalty going in favor of Coca-Cola here. Downfield, Jernavis trying to get it out. Torres working as well. Jernavis, now Torres. Torres back shot. Looking for Zeta. He's found Zeta. Zeta looking to make contact, doing a fine job of it. Roberto Zeta working crossfield. Pressure coming from Hall out to the left. Torres there to back Zeta up if he needs it from behind. Along the board, Zeta making headway into Coca-Cola. The Coca-Cola half the field, but Adijano there to take control for the team in red. Adijano, nice turning drive here. Johnston moving in. Jillian Johnston. Johnston reaching out. She thought about it, not able to make contact. Here comes Torres. Santi Torres with the drone overhead. Here's Adijano. Adijano sneaks that on the
fast. I know.
Sapo drops for Torres. Torres got a little bit of room to work now. Johnson coming on strong. Torres unloads. Looking for Cassette. Sapo over midfield here. Looking for control. Fine. Sapo Cassette. Sapo trying to work around Hall. Hall putting all sorts of pressure there. On Sapo. Now on the near side, Adijano. Nice back shot there. Johnston in motion. Jillian Johnston. Here she goes. Johnston letting that gray run. Torres on a tired pony. Johnston. Look at Jillian Johnston. She is making some great contact here today. Johnston. What a run. This morning. 2:33 to In midfield, Torres reaches down, finds the ball at the end of his mallet, looking downfield. Thought about screen inside, ducks behind Adijano, takes off running. Santi Torres, pressure there, look at that. Jeff Hall, what a play. Now Adijano back shot. Coca-Cola really firing on all cylinders today. Apparently Willie doesn't like segues. There's Sapo on the near side. Sapo, 140 to go. Sapo, near side back shot. Zeta turns Morrison. We're going to take Zeta off the play. Adijano to work in and kick the ball. Julio with the ball. Cortez working, stealing that ball away. Not able to take it all the way. Jeff Hall to pick the piece. Bring it! Right around Sapo to set. Jeff Hall, nice stick work there at Hall. Looking towards the midfield, 1:19 to play in the half. Jeff Hall by himself. Now Torres moving in. Torres moves him over, makes the back shot. Just about teeth high there on the back shot. Now Sapo cassette. Sapo turning out to the right. Sapo working south. Sapo towards midfield. Sapo cassette. Hard hit ball. Zeta in motion. Morrison back to shot. Down inside of 1 minute to go here. Jumping number 3. A swing and a back shot out of Morrison. Finds the corner. Sapo pounds. Torres. Tied up 6-6. Coca-Cola with the ball is Jeff Hall. Jeffy working downfield. Here comes the horn. Out Johnson trying to get there. Sapo cassette. They're going to push Johnston off the play. Sapo turns left, coming cross field. The horn has already sounded inside of 30. We got 20 to go here. Chucker number 3 towards the boards. If it touches, that'll do it for the half. Coming out of halftime, we're all tied up here. Pair of 6 is on board. The umpires have the teams lined up. The ball rolls about a quarter of the way into the pack. Now picked up by the number 2 for Valiente, Santi Torres. Torres swinging and hitting, sending it downfield. Sapo cassette here for Valiente with the opportunity to break the tie. Sapo cassette winds up hard hit ball. Oh, reach. Coca-Cola balance in right on the scoreboard. Ball's back in play in midfield on the near side. Adijano pokes through, finds Johnston. Johnston coming away with control. Once again, she's got one of these. Jillian Johnston. There she goes. Johnston downfield. Jillian Johnston. Shot on goal. Jillian. Julio Adijano taking control here. Torres in pursuit. Adijano turns around, working south. Adijano near side of approach. Last goal. We're all tied up. 7-7. Back in midfield, the teams have switched directions. Again, they do that after every game. Take the win in so good conditions. Cassette there, Hall there. Umpires there, the whistle sounds. 5:31 to go now. Still tied up. Julio tapping forward. Julio Adijano. Adijano leaves the ball there for Jeff Hall. Jeff, the number 2 for the Coca-Cola team, advancing north. Adijano trying to keep Torres off the play. Santi Torres there. Whistle sounds. Cassette tapping the ball forward here. Sapo cassette winds up, hard hit ball, downfield. Sapo trying to get play great here for Santi Torres. Torres lets the ball drop back to the turf. Torres fighting for control. Santi Torres. Not enough flip on it.
You got time! Stop! You got time! You got time! Set up! Set up! Set up!
Adijano in motion. Jeff Hall winds up. Swinging a mess out of Hall. Going to maintain control there. Maybe that was a set play. I don't know. Here's Hall with control over midfield. Hall winds up, makes contact that time. Arellano in motion. Once again, Torres here to defend. Julio Arellano, what a cut shot out of the number 3 in red. Zeta, hard hit ball there in the Valiente backfield, working it out of the danger zone there. Hall there, working it, chopped at a back shot. Torres, next shot, trying to work it out of there. Zeta coming hard over midfield, being chased here by Morrison. Zeta opening up maybe another lane there. Roberto Zeta driving downfield. Zeta slowing down. Don't want to screw this up. Going to goal. Zeta. Morrison trying to defend. Zeta gets credit for right there. He breaks the tie. 7 now it's 14 and a half to go here. Whistle sounds, clock stops, 2:56 here, umpires. Umpires looking for a fair line up there. They see what they like. The ball is back in play on the near side. It's picked up by Julio Arellano. Arellano, back shot out of Julio, sends Hall in motion. Jeff Hall slowing things down as he takes control. Morrison to his right. Morrison rides on by. Hall. Back shot out of Saco Cassette. Zeta turning to Hall, trying to keep the ball inside that 60-yard bubble. Hall. Oh, he's not there by Cassette. Whistle sounds, 2 and 3. Left to go. Ball's all over him. Look at that, the pressure. Jeff Hall. Sapo able to regain, trying to maintain that. Coming away from Hall. Sapo with control. Sapo making contact in here. Johnston to the left of Cassette. Put pressure there. Torres working in. Torres going to kick back. Sapo handles nicely. Sapo with control. Sapo. Slowing it back down. Hall getting rides by. What a dismount there. Away from the play though, so we're still playing polo. Jernavis there. Nice clearing shot there. What about Arellano? Now the whistle sounds. What a... Here's Hall, Jeff Hall with control, trying to work inside now. Sapo on the Hall trying to work around, trying to beat Sapo. Torres right that way. By Sapo, Jernavis in motion in front. Here's Bob Jernavis. Working towards midfield, now over midfield. Arellano in pursuit. Bob Jernavis working on downfield. Arellano there to defend. Here comes the 30-second warning horn. Arellano moves Jernavis over nicely towards the boards. That should be in the check there. Maybe didn't touch the boards. Working downfield. Zeta there. Now Torres. Santi Torres. 14 seconds to go here. Santi Torres. Torres steals that ball away. Santi Torres. Will he beat the clock? Torres downfield. That will do it for Chucker number 4. Touch the boards. Hear the horns out there. So rewind there for a minute. Either way, Chucker number 5 off and running. Coming across the field. Cassette on the near side, trying to get a play created there for one of those white jersey players. Hall says, I don't think so, mate. Jeff Hall coming across the field here for the Coca-Cola team. Hall going to let the ball bounce off the boards. Recently, look at that. He moves in laterally on the play in anticipation of that ball coming off the boards. Cassette working in. Sapo tangled with Hall. Ball doesn't really go anywhere. Dranavis works through it. Bob Dranavis takes control for Valiente. On the near side, Morrison. Back shot. We so sounds. This Valiente Coca-Cola match moves on. Sapo Cassette sends it right on through, finds goal number 8. Cassette, downfield, hard to get ball. Downfield, his head on the near side. Roberto Zeta not able to make contact. Adriano there. Jeff Hall with control. Onto a Coca-Cola run out of the right team backfield. Not able to keep it going. Torres takes control. Back shot. Cassette coming right on through here for the Valiente. Have the ball back and play in midfield. Santi Torres on the inside track there. Santi Torres, handy and fast, working away with control. The bouncing ball escapes him. Bernard Hall, Jeff Hall, working it with the Coca-Cola backfield setup, putting pressure there. Back shot, looking for Adriano. Sapo Cassette, looking for the ball as well. The ball bounces off the board, picked up there by the number 3, Adriano. Working that ball away. One of the best in the game. There's no doubt about that shot. Right there. What a shot there. What a pass. Setting Bob Dranavis up. Dranavis off and running. Johnston in pursuit. Bob Dranavis slowing things down. What a nice angled shot there out of Bob. Zeta on the inside track there. Roberto Zeta. Zeta trying to get a shot up. He gets the shot. It'll remain a shot, not a goal. Anyway, the ball's worked back into play there. Under 4 to go here. Chucker number 5. Oh, ball clears out of the way. Now got Adriano to work in from a walk. Adriano downfield. His team trails by 3. Here's Dranavis. Dranavis not able to make contact. Here's Jeffy Hall. Hall working into Valiente backfield. Look at that stopper. Johnston says we're not done yet. Julian Johnston working south. Johnson, the ball batted out of there. Nice defensive effort there and play out of Roberto Zeta. Now Adriano, Julio Adriano there. Picked off. Out of the Morrison. Umpire put ball back in play. Rolling about halfway into the pack there. Picked off by Torres. Jeff Hall working downfield. Jeff Hall. Ball towards the goal. Ball left behind there, knocks forward by Santi Torres. Adriano looking to take control there. Julio. Bob Dranavis working through there. Dranavis backed up by Santi Torres. Torres out in front. Sapo goes to the web, trying to stay out in front of Julio Adriano. Sapo on the near side. Sapo Cassette down towards the goal. Adriano there to escort that. Down the right side at Jeff Hall. The ball comes from Adriano.
Check up! Check up!
Jeff slowing things down here.
Keep it!
Looking for
Hit it! No!
Jeff whistle. Shot put from Johnson in traffic. Jillian reaching down. Jillian Johnson going to goal. Johnson shot downfield. Jillian Johnson, on the doorstep. Zeta there. Coming across there. Arellano put it through, but there was a whistle. 5 yards to the goal they're shooting at. The ball's moving forward here by Santi Torres. Johnson trying to get in on the play. Now trying to stay out from the Sapo Cassette. Cassette advances in the air over midfield. Johnston back to defend for Coca-Cola. Jillian. Back shot. Picked up by Sapo. Cassette with control. Sapo winding up, hard hit ball coming. Arellano brings the ball into play. Sends it out in front. He's looking for Johnston. Janavis all over. Janavis not able to get on it. Johnson waits, picks the play. 30 seconds left to play in chucker number 5. Another run coming out of Jillian Johnson. Johnson wants right trying to move him out. Now Janavis Johnson trying to angle now. Down towards the wall. Janavis back to the back. What a shot there. Morrison flies over the back of the other. But that'll do it. Heading towards the 6th and final chucker in the regulation. Valiente with 8 minutes. Record number 6. Coming right up. Valiente knocks the ball into play there. Santi Torres helping out Sapo Cassette. Then he takes off on Sapo's now. Arellano. Cassette in the air, downfield, trying to drop it right out in front of the boss man. He does a fine job of that. Back shot attempt out of Morrison, picked off by Zeta. Roberto Zeta working north now. Roberto Zeta trying to make Morrison pay. Can he get the ball down there? No, Zeta runs out of field. As he works, he gets a neck shot back towards the car. Takes himself off the boards. Here's Hall coming down now for the Coca-Cola team. Jeff Hall. Nice advancement forward there out of Hall. Cassette.
Hold it! Hold it! I'm behind you. All along behind you. All along behind you.
Hall, good traffic between Cassette and Torres. Arellano. Arellano read that nicely now. Jeff Hall. Hall trying to work. Southwest. Around Jeff Hall there. Cassette, hard hit ball downfield. He's found Santi Torres. Torres trying to work beyond Jillian Johnson here. Johnson waits now. Torres moves beyond Santi Torres on a fast pony. Going to goal. Santi Torres taking matters into his own hands. Umpires have the ball back on the ground. Sapo Cassette gets a mallet on it. Jeff Hall does the same, getting scrappy in there. Zeta, back shot out of the pack, finds Sapo Cassette. Sapo trying to take things off the board, here, trying to work away. Big neck shot along the ground, it does not have the right angle. On the back of the pack, has control from Coca-Cola. Arellano winds up Hall in motion, trying to drop it out in front of Hall, and it's looking good for him. Jeff Hall. Hall. Little Jeffy sandwich there. Janavis on one side, Sapo in front on the other. Jeff Hall. Jeff Hall. Johnston, Jillian Johnston working it downfield, bounces off the pony of Zeta, backed by Cassette, and the whistle sound. These two. They'll be facing off against a tough team. Taco.
You haven't left yet?
Coming away with control. Holy smokes, a swing and a miss, but backing him up is Santi Torres. Johnston there. Johnston cuts the ball out of the right. Nice little pass there. Johnston to Julio Arellano. Zeta works in. Hall there as well. Hall keeps the ball for the Coca-Cola team. That's Arizano off and running. He's neck and neck there with Sapo Cassette. The ball is passed further south. Janavis trying to work in on the play. He makes contact with the back shot. Jeff Hall working through Sapo Cassette there. So Sounds two. Another Coca-Cola penalty attempt coming up here. Teams are lined up. Umpires have the ball back on the ground about a quarter of the way into the pack. Morrison with a touch on it there. Hall bats it out, looks for Morrison. Morrison not able to make contact. Now back shot out of Santi Torres. Torres towards the board. Sapo Cassette comes in, takes control. Up and over the boards and out of play. That is a souvenir. Umpires have the teams lined up. The ball's in play. Rolls out of the pack. Sapo with a touch on it. Now Santi Torres. Torres turning right there. Santi Torres. Arizano with front, Hall behind. Torres finds it over. He makes the next shot. Bounces off. Arizano, what a play out of Roberto Seta. It's going downfield. Morrison going hard there. Sapo looking for it. Back out of there. Now by Hall. Arizano rather. Here's Hall. Jeff Hall. Jillian Johnson trying to keep Bob Janavis off the plate. Jeff Hall all by himself. Jeffy angling right. Jeff Hall working downfield. Jeffy moving right. Ducks in behind Janavis on the near side. Zeta not able to get there. How about Jeff Hall? Holy smokes, Jeff Hall, the schoolyard bully eating people's lunches. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what it is all about.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Umpires have the ball in play. 5 seconds from the horn. Look at that. Arizano with an opportunity here. 32nd horn. Arizano pushed on by Cassette. Jillian Johnson with control. Jillian working downfield. She keeps it. Johnson trying to keep the drive alive there. Jack working on the play. 17 seconds to go. A crucial moment here. Down in front of Rosetta. Which way is it going to go? I imagine it's going towards the boards. We'll do it. Final score 11-10. Valiente moves on to the final match to face off against Concours.